Hey guys, this is my 1979 Ford Thunderbird. This used to be my parents' car. However, now it belongs to me, and my goal or hope is to put some money into it and fix it up somewhat, little by little, if possible. And it's a very nice car, a very good car. I've done videos on it in the past, and this is just a short one about this Thunderbird. Here is the look at the back of it. Very cool car. And anyways, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the insides. Okay, you are looking at the insides of the 79 Thunderbird. This car was my parents' car, as I had stated. It was a car that only had 2,000 miles on it when they bought it. It was a leased car, so it basically was brand new. Still had the plastic on the back seat of it, close to new anyways. And it's been a great car over the years. It's 39 years old now, so I've done a few things to it since I've had it. I have more things I would like to do. It currently has 84,070 miles on it. Those are original miles, so that's pretty cool given the fact of its age. So, kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today is my plans, hopefully for this week, and I'm hoping all goes well. So, I have had some work done on this, and the problem is I was going to have something. The turn signal kind of stays lit, even though it works properly. Instead of blinking, it just stays lit. So one time when I had it in being worked on, I was going to have them check it out. Well, they stopped checking it out, and the reason being is the entire instrument cluster is falling apart. And I have found out that tends to be a problem with these cars. Now, the 79 Thunderbird's basically the same overall as the 77. So basically 77 through 79 Thunderbirds, for the most part, are the same, given the tail lights and the front end a little bit maybe. There's some minor changes, but overall, they're very similar. But the insides would be the same. So, what I want to show you here is, I don't know if you can tell, but as you can see, like this, where the temperature gauge is right there, if you notice, it has fallen down. And even the clock maybe even looks like it, which that's not good, because I didn't think the clock had moved at all. Now, I'm not sure. I hope I'm wrong on the clock. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here. Now, this one is the worst one right here. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Like I said, there is a lot of glare, so I apologize, as I said, for that. This one gets to the point where the gas gauge does not want to work unless I stick my finger up underneath it and try to get it to work. But I haven't been doing that lately, so I just make sure I have a full tank. But it is really bad. I don't think you can even tell. And this one is also falling down. That's probably the second worst. They kind of go in order as far as how good or how bad they are. So my plan is to replace the instrument cluster, actually just the plastic. The gauges should be fine. They have been fine. And so my goal was to get an instrument cluster, kind of the plastic thing that contains them in, because it's just totally disintegrating. And when I take this dash apart, I expect this to be really bad as far as how the plastic is. So anyway, and I live in Arizona, so it's probably even worse, just given the heat. The only thing that not that concerns me, but the only thing that surprises me is that this isn't really in direct sunlight, though it is in very hot temperatures, because inside the car is probably 130 degrees or more. I don't know. Well, when it's really hot here in Arizona, but anyways. It just surprises me how brittle it is. And so my plan was to look on eBay, see if I could find a gauge, not a gauge, but a gauge cluster that holds them, the little plastic bracket or whatever it's called. I'm not exactly sure. And then replace it, and hopefully everything will be wonderful. Well, so I was going to try and get one from a Thunderbird and I'm not having any success with that. And so I did find somebody on eBay that I've got one from. The only thing is I'm just hoping that it all fits and all works and everything is good. Now, the one that and I'll show you the part that I got. I just recently got it, and what it is it's not an original, so it's an aftermarket type part. But one reason why I was a little leery of even getting one that was like from a 79 or 77, 78, whatever part, is the fact that the age is going to be the same. Even if it's in cooler temperatures, it's still going to be that old, 39 or so years old, 37, 39 years old. So I didn't want something that's going to be brittle. So anyway, so long story short, I basically found one, and I'm just hoping that it works out. So I may do a video on this, I'm not sure, while I do it and show you what actually happens. But I hope that it fits, and I'm going to show you the part here in a minute, but I hope that it fits and all works well. I believe it will, but I don't know. It's supposed to be a little thicker plastic, so I hope that's not an issue with putting it in there. The downside when I'm looking at the clock is a totally separate piece. I do not have that piece. Now that has not been falling or anything that I've known of, but I don't know, looking at it, I'm not sure if it's going to be a problem. But either way, I will replace the other three that go together. So basically I found somebody, and they use they made this with a 3D printer. Now I have never had anything from a 3D printer. I know nothing about them other than people can make things. That's all I know. And so I hope that it's accurate. It looks to be accurate, and so I won't know, and I might do this this coming week, and I may do a video, like I said. I may or may not. It's just if the dash starts falling apart really badly, I may need both hands. I don't know, because I don't want to take it apart until I'm ready to do this. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is, once I do pull this apart, is because these are the original bulbs that are in there, and the fact that these are that's quite dim, I am going to go and replace all the bulbs with all new bulbs. While I have it apart, I might as well, because I don't want to keep taking the dash apart to replace bulbs down the road. And I'm sure there's some that are burnt out, and maybe I can even fix that turn signal. I don't know, but that's the least of it, is the turn signal. I just want this to function properly, look right, gas gauge work right, and everything be well. So let me show you the part that I got. So here's the part that I got, made on a 3D printer. It is glued together. It is in 3 sections, and I don't know if that's the limitations of this particular 3D printer. I know nothing about 3D printers, but I am excited and encouraged that this will work, and hope that it does really well and is better than the original part. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'll flip it over here, and there you can see the other side of it. Looks like it has glue or something on it for some reason, but not a big deal. And I'll keep you posted, hopefully, on how this project comes along, and whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. So, in case you have a Thunderbird and want to do the same thing. And if you have a Thunderbird like me, that has a similar problem, you may want to look into something similar to fix your issues. So just kind of a quick video this week on the Thunderbird. Kind of getting away from the Disney thing for this week, or maybe the next few weeks, and probably be back with that later. But for now, that's it, and I hope you continue to watch, and make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, so that way you do not miss a thing. And hopefully I'll have more Thunderbird videos coming later, as well as I do things here and there. So hope to see you soon. Bye.